Elis, j'accuse you of having met a hero of yours this week.
Yeah, it went bad again, Lynn.
So Elis and I both had the opportunity to meet Johnny Marr from The Smiths.
One of my big five, one of my top five.
And just to remind listeners that Elis had a previous opportunity to meet Johnny Marr about 15 years ago.
11 years ago.
But bowed out because he didn't have the right clothes.
Yeah, I was frightened I was going to get it wrong. I was at the end of my wash cycle. The T-shirt I'd fantasised about meeting Marr in was damp.
So we were meant
Didn't have access to a tumble dryer, so I just turned my phone off for a day.
We were meant to meet him yesterday, in fact.
Thursday night. I got it wrong on Thursday night.
Because he was doing an audience with the most trusted man on earth, John Kennedy. Unfortunately, I had to go home early because my filling fell out on Oxford Street, which was an absolute ruddy nightmare.
Yeah.
And I then had to keep my tongue over my tooth for the journey home in order to stop air accessing the nerve.
Yeah, nightmare.
Nightmare. So, unfortunately, I could make it. But Elis, Marr's in the room. Yeah. Talk to me.
John Kennedy interviews him for an hour and a half. It's illuminating, it's enlightening, it's great. Everyone at Radio X said, you can meet him. It's going to be fine. Mike Walsh, head of music, Radio X, said, don't worry, you can meet him after the show. Now,
what T-shirt are you wearing, or does that come later in the story?
Right, that bit I got right. Sea Island cotton John Smedley polo shirt, sort of mustard Clark's Wallaby shoes, and a jacket I think is very snazzy. Right, that bit I got right. Now then, I went into the dressing room straight after the show. Marr was in there with his management. I wish you'd been there, John, because he now thinks that I host a daily show with Dan O'Connell. He said, what do you do? I said, I host a radio show with another DJ here on Radio X. And he looked at Dan and went, with him, cool. And I was too overwhelmed to correct him. So
What?
I said yes.
No, not Dan.
No, I wasn't confident enough to say, no, it's not Dan. Because what happened was, I said, yeah, sort of Dan. And because I hadn't spoken, I hadn't spoken for an hour and a half, and when I was introduced to him, my voice was so high.
Really?
Now my voice broke 20 years ago. I've sounded like this for 20 years, or whatever it is.
Just
years.
To help listeners out with the maths, that was when Elis was 70.
All right, 22 years.
No, because you told me in confidence that it broke late.
Sugar. Anyway, so I've had the same voice for over 2 decades, is what I'm saying, but it came out right. So high. Also, accent trebled because of nerves. I sounded like Carrie Jones on helium. So he was like, yeah, I do a show with him. And then Mike Walsh, head of music, said, oh yeah, he does a show with John. I went, yeah, I call him John. so I'm thinking he thinks that I don't know who my co-host, what his name is. But I thought, it's fine. Your voice has let you down. So I'm thinking I would prefer to be burping than have a voice like this. Why can't I just be burping and say I've had a kind of little Sprite or something? My voice is too high. I wish I'd been aroused. I could have just held a bag of crisps in front of my genitals. Whatever. My body was letting me down is the point I'm trying to make.
Right.
So
hang on, you're scrolling through things you'd rather have gone wrong with your body.
Yes.
Okay, just in case that wasn't clear.
No, anyway, so my voice is high. Mike is saying, Elis is going on tour with John, and he's cool, that's so great, what are you doing? Told him the voice is really high. Now I thought, okay, what I'm going to do, I've got a couple of minutes, calm yourself, take a deep breath and compose yourself and clear your throat surreptitiously. So I sort of bowed out of the conversation for a couple of minutes or so and just went to try and get it back to its normal pitch, at which point I'm ready to go back in. And Johnny Marr really liked Dan O'Connell because they have... But now, I would say that I'm quite good at chatting with people I haven't met before. What is the one thing I've got nothing on? Tattoo parlours in LA. I just haven't got any... I've never been to LA. Yeah. They're talking about the Strip, which I'm assuming is like the high street in LA, and this amazing this amazing tattoo parlour, tattoo artist in LA. Right now, Dan has got tattoos. He heroically tries to bring me into the conversation. He says, "Do you have tattoos, Elis?" I went, "Oh no, I don't suit tattoos." I'm thinking, come on, voice, you've been clearing your throat for 2 minutes. Johnny's like, haven't you got any tattoos? No, I haven't got one. Right now, so they start talking about He starts talking about David Beckham, okay? And at this point, I'm thinking,
You've
right,
got stuff on Beckham.
I've got stuff on Beckham.
Dirt on Beckham.
But that's not what I came up with, isn't it? They were talking about David Beckham's pain threshold, and I went, oh, did you know that David Beckham, he finished the bleep test when he was at Man United, which is an anecdote I lost faith in halfway through the telly.
He finished a bleep test.
He finished a bleep test. That's the anecdote. It's not very good. Now,
like police officers have to do
yeah,
to qualify.
Yeah, but he was good at it. So I kind of trailed off. I thought, why are you telling Johnny Marr that David Beckham finished a bleep test? Then I thought, actually, you don't even know this. You didn't read this. Someone told you this over the phone when you were doing your A levels.
Correct your anecdote.
No, but I certainly didn't give it the welly it deserved, right? So now So it's not going very well. I've told this David Beckham anecdote, if you can call it that, to absolute
I'd
silence.
say it wasn't even a story.
Yes, it's not.
Almost a fact.
Yeah. So then I thought, okay, well, your voice is letting you down. You've for some reason you've opened with this weird David Beckham anecdote, and he thinks you do a show with Dan O'Connell, and you're unable to correct him. So I started saying, "Oh yeah, John's not here because he's got bad teeth. John's got bad teeth."
So, well, you kept him up to date with David Beckham's past fitness and my teeth.
Radio X. Elis James and John Robbins.
It's his favourite flavour of vape juice, pink lemonade by James Bay. You're listening to Radio X, and we are in the midst of a man in crisis. Elis James has got 5 big ones. Gareth Bale, I would say, Chris Coleman.
Yeah.
Who else?
Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan. Childs.
Met him, although I've got that wrong a few times as well.
And the final of the 5, Mr. Johnny Marr. Elis met him on Thursday and got it wrong in several unique and baffling ways. But how did it end up?
Well, I told him the David Beckham finishing the bleep test maybe anecdote in the 90s.
The almost fact.
Yeah, and then my voice is still now probably an octave higher than it should be. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just warm up my voice, and then maybe it will descend to its usual pitch. So what I started doing was I started just repeating the end of my sentences. So he was like, oh yeah, there's the 2 artists. Like he's got his work's so intricate. Oh, so intricate.
Oh dear. Like a sort of Welsh choir.
Yeah, and then he'd say, yeah, and like if you hang out in his parlour on the strip, like. There's a lot of people with very alternative lifestyles. He's quite into sort of people on the margins. People on the margins.
Wow.
And I was thinking, come on, El. You've talked to people. It's not meant to be like this. And then once I'd repeated a couple of things, I thought, I'm going to faint. I thought, I'm going to faint now and I'm going to be sick. And I sort of kept it together. Asked for a selfie. I kept pushing my glasses.
Did you get a selfie with him?
Yeah, I kept pushing my glasses. I kept putting my glasses too far up my nose because I was nervous, so I looked like a sort of tech boffin in a Bond film.
Have you put it on at Ellis_James_content?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because he looks nice and I look like a div. I look like a pillock. And he's so interested in people.
Yeah.
He's so
and you've
engaged.
Given him nothing.
I gave him nothing. That's not even his
nothing.
fault. He wants to be nice.
And you'll never see him again.
He wants to be interested. I'll never. He thinks, and he kept saying, "Hey, good luck with a tour, mate. Good luck with a book." Thank you, Johnny.
Maybe he'll pick up a copy of the book and forgive you. We just don't know.
Radio X. Elis James and John Robbins.
Don't sit down because I've moved your chair by the Arctic Monkeys, which sounds like something bus drivers at my school used to say. Are you sat down? No. Why? Is that seat wet? No. Then sit down. Which was, I don't know, maybe that's the...
that's the B-side, yeah.
I feel better now. I feel like I've got that off my chest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're listening to Elis James and John Robbins on Radio X, and I feel relieved because I met Johnny Marr. He was lovely and interested and engaging, and I got it wrong.
Well, you denied me, like Paul denying Christ.
Yeah, not because... Not because I'm embarrassed about you.
You're now going to have to set up my church.
Yeah.
Is that right? I think I'm right there. It was Paul.
Either
Or
way,
is it Simon, also known as Peter?
Even if
I think
it's-
it was Peter before the cock crows thrice.
Even
Was there a cock crowing when you spoke to Johnny Marr?
no, there was a Burke talking about David Beckham, but that's
Denying me.
But yes, I did deny you. He doesn't. You are persona non grata with Johnny. He doesn't know you exist because
It was
I denied
Peter.
you. But not because I'm ashamed of you, John. That has passed. It was because I was overwhelmed. That said, that's my week. John has had problems with his teeth. That's his week. But Vin, how's your week been?
I've had the best week. I've had the best month.
Have you?
I haven't been here for a month, which
Right.
I'm very sorry, and I've missed you guys.
Don't worry about it.
But I've been off seeing gigs and seeing festivals and things. I went to see Lord at
Oh,
All Points
that-
East Festival.
that-
You're
sound
the love of your life.
Love of my life,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. It was everything I ever wanted.
Try
it
and
to be.
meet her, mate.
I have. It was really nice.
Did you meet your Lord?
I've met her twice.
Ah!
Yeah, she's nice girl.
Why can't other people get it wrong?
And then I just came back from Holland. I went to Best Kept Secret Festival and I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
the Arctic Monkeys, and they
Oh.
played that song, and it was
Right.
Oh, the
great.
one about not moving in your chair.
Moving your chair. Yeah,
Advice for children at a party.
exactly. Yeah.
Like
Imagine
PE
20,000
teacher
people
used to say.
singing that back. And I saw the National, and I saw
Oh.
the LCD sound systems.
Oh, yes.
And I saw the Wolf Alices, and it's in a safari park, and there's a big lake in the middle. And at the end of the set, Ellie from Wolf Alice jumped off the stage and ran into the lake.
Oh,
What?
nice.
Well, I
Yeah.
hope she was arrested.
It was so cool.
Did you tell her about David Beckham finishing the bleep test? If not, why not?
I
It was so everything went really, really well.
I
and
saw
I'm
a
bit
poster
worried.
for a festival today, and I didn't recognise a single one of any of the bands listed, and I felt old.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of Dutch acts on that. I didn't really. It's quite confusing. But we had our tent set up for us by Festi Tent, so like there's no worry about like you got to lug a tent around or like with a hangover put a tent.
Oh,
down.
she-
Is
think
it a regular tent or a glampy tent?
No, it's just like a normal
I
tent.
actually think that's slightly sanitised the festival experience, and I think if you're going to do it, you may as well get your hands dirty.
Just
actually.
everything went well. I got a bit too drunk on one of the nights, but I didn't do anything bad.
What were you drinking? What drinks were on offer?
Lots of pilsners there. Yeah, a bit different.
Johnny Marr doesn't drink.
But so I think because I've had all this great luck, I think I've developed a rash as like a penitence.
A luck rash?
A luck rash on my look at my arm. Look, I've got like a
Oh, that's a classic luck rash. But you've
Yeah,
been scratching
yeah.
at it.
well, because it itches. But what do you? I've never had a
Sudocrem.
sort of karma rash before.
Sudocrem doesn't sort out the universe, John.
Doesn't it?
That's a cosmic rash he's got.
A cosmic luck rash.
Oh,
I think something bad needs to happen now.
why didn't you fall off a step or something?
I could swear.
Yeah, why didn't you
mate.
lose your job because John swears?
I could.
Because it is the producer's role
That's true.
to
Yeah.
I could swear.
to restrain John.
I could commit slander.
Yeah, not against me.
I could tell a more interesting anecdote about David Beckham and get you sacked.
I've heard that anecdote, and I'm not.
do
apparently,
it, John.
Apparently, it's not.
Come
true.
on, if you've got some blimmin' balls, do it, John.
Well, Vin's now going to get a warning because you said that word.
All right, then, courage.
What have you been treating your luck rash with? Your cosmic luck rash?
mainly scratching.
Right, that's not treating. Also, your eyes,
nails are
your glasses are fogging up mid-conversation just because you're so excited.
I've got new glasses and they're too big, and now when I look left and right, it's all blurry.
Ah.
They're too round.
We are full of fun anecdotes this morning, aren't we?
We are.
All right, then, well, let's hear about your mouth.
No, because it's
Hear
not
about your teeth.
It's not a satisfactory anecdote.
All right, we'll make it one. Lie. Say that. I don't know. Say you were eating a pork chop and your teeth came out and you threw it in the bin.
I was actually eating some kimchi whilst thinking about my gut health. Because apparently kimchi and all fermented foods, non-pasteurised, are very good for the old bowels. If anything, I need something to slow them down.
Elis James and John Robbins.
Radio X.